Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your year ahead reading for 2022. This is a general read, and it's going to cover the next 12 months, your overall energy. Now, keep in mind that this reading is not going to be for everybody. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and the tarot is gender neutral. I'm going to start by cleansing the space. That wand is wound so tight that sometimes it's hard to... There we go. We're going to cleanse your space here for your reading. Let the sage burn. Okay, shall we dig in? So, Taurus, I'm getting messages of you that you've really had a tough 2021. That there's been a lot of lessons that you've had to learn. A lot of emotional garbage. A lot of ups and downs. Some of you may have felt like you were on an emotional roller coaster. With every new year is new energy. Okay, let's cut the deck. Okay, we will start here. I'm going to get one of these first and get into and just kind of get your overall astrological energy. Second house of resources. So coming into this year, money may be playing a part. Your second house might be activated. You're very concentrated, Taurus, on your resources, on your home, on your money, your career. Okay. Now, we have the Four of Cups. This is kind of like a summary. This is what your energy, overall energy from this previous year. This previous year may have brought you a lot of disappointment. You know, I was saying how there was a lot of emotional, emotional roller coaster. I feel like that you were in this energy of, this is not what I asked for. This is not what I expected. I expected so much more out of a situation. This is in a general sense. This could be your life in general, your career, your family, your love life, relationships in general. You feel like that you are spinning your wheels. It's this overall energy of, I wanted so much more. What happened? Being very disappointed, very dissatisfied. And I could see somebody just kind of sitting on their couch or in a lounge chair. I see them lounged back. Maybe sleeping a lot. Sleeping their day away. Their evening away. They have the television remote right next to them. Because they felt that they were dealt an unfair hand, but was not going out and doing anything about it. I'll get to that task tomorrow. That's the energy I get. It's just like a lack of ambition here. And the lessons that you had to learn this previous year. Oh, you got the Magician in the reverse. This is that lack of ambition. This is feeling like you can't do anything. You were in this energy of like nothing. You weren't manifesting what you wanted. Or you manifested something that you thought that you wanted, but did not turn out to be what you wanted. And this lesson, you may have been dealing with a manipulator, or maybe you tried to manipulate situations that every time you tried to manipulate something, I mean, it went south. It never worked out the way that you would plan. So there was this energy of just kind of throwing in the towel and giving up here. A lack of motivation. That's what 2021 was about for you, Taurus, a lack of motivation. Moving forward, what are you hoping for, Taurus, for 2022? The Tower in the reverse. Rebuilding. I think that the Tower has already fallen or is in the process of falling. I feel like that you are in the process, that you've decided that you're going to, that everything kind of come crashing down, or you decided to tear something down. You are hoping, or you're hoping in 2022 to hold things, either hold things together or rebuild. Some of you, you're in a relationship or a job that is just crumbling before your eyes. And you are hoping that you could try to hold it together. Others of you, because I think that there's two groups here, others of you, you're like, okay, maybe it's time to let that tower fall and start over again and rebuilding. I feel like that this is a rebuild year for you. And you're hoping to rebuild relationships, connections, careers in your life. Maybe it's a business, but something that you want to rebuild on. And what is motivating you to move forward? The Lovers in the reverse. So for a lot of you, I think this is a failed relationship. A relationship that may have not turned out to be what you wanted. Whether this is a business relationship, family relationship, or romantic. It could be a friendship. But I'm feeling like there is a soul tie, a soul connection here, especially with a major arcana and being the Lover's card. The Lover's card to me is like a soulmate or some kind of past life soul tie connection. And I feel like that it is breaking. It's like a broken relationship is motivating you to move forward and rebuild. And we will dig a little bit further into this because I'm curious if this is rebuilding an old relationship or rebuilding yourself and starting over with somebody new. Let's see what your challenge is for this year. 7 of Cups in the reverse. Your challenge is to be careful that you don't fall into this utopia, this daydreaming, this fantasy land. I feel that Spirit is telling you that there is a reality check that is happening this year. And I feel it's very soon. I feel like it's like happening almost like immediately now, maybe even from the end of this year, to like over this past week. You know, this reality check. This is not what I want. I have been living in a dream world. And you're being challenged to take off the rose-colored glasses. And see things for face value. See people at face value. And not romanticizing, not having these unrealistic views of these people in your life, or this person, this situation, this job. This is, if I was to title this, I would say a reality check. Rebuilding after a shocking reality check. This shock factor, only I feel like maybe it's not that much of a shock to you. I think you saw this coming. That's part of the reason why it's in the reverse. It's not that strong shock factor. It is like, it's a shock, but on the other hand, you kind of saw it coming. And you're now in this space of seeing the forest for the trees. You may not have seen the forest for the trees before. But now, you're opening up your senses. Now you're opening up your eyes. And you're kind of realizing maybe a particular relationship was based on finances and money. That somebody that you're dealing with may be maybe this person is prominent in your second house in your chart. But it's like this, I feel this is a romantic connection that was based on the finances and the money. And I think that you may have romanticized this. You may have been in fantasy land when you might have been dealing with a manipulator who wasn't in this relationship for love. They were in it for what you had, for your possessions. They saw your money. They saw your bank account. They saw your cars or your homes or whatever. You were successful. And that's what they were drawn to more than anything. And I think that reality check kicks in. And I think you're coming to realize this person's not truly in love with me. This person doesn't want me for me. If I went broke tomorrow, they would be gone. And I think that's the reality check that you are dealing with, Taurus. Okay, moving forward. These are different areas of your life. And we start with your love life. And I think this year is going to be concentrated on your love life. Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is talking to me about a new turn. A lot of loving messages. A lot of communications about love. And something new. And he's looking forward towards the future. So I feel like that you're putting in your love life, you're taking a step forward to the next phase. You are taking the next steps or new steps. And pages are infancy, they're children, they're brand new. So I feel like coming in to 2022, there is a new romantic partner or new love interest that is coming onto the scene. And this is that starting over, that rebuild. For some of you, this is you also getting in touch with that inner child. And a lot of reflection on what is it that you really want. Maybe taking that step forward and following your heart, not the money. Money may have been connected on both of your sides. Okay? And speaking of your money, that is what is next. Money and career and work. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse. Okay? Upright. This is dealing with a loss. This is dealing with a disappointment. This is regrets and missed opportunities. And with it in the reverse, I feel as though you are embracing or revisiting something from the past. There may have been a missed opportunity, Taurus, career-wise, that you may have been beating yourself up over. Like, okay, so the pay may have been a little bit less, but maybe I should have taken that. Because there's still this disappointment. It seems like 2021 was filled with disappointments in your emotional life and I think in your career as well. And I feel like that there was a missed opportunity. And it may have been based on your resources and you may have made a judgment call based on money, on the payout, on what you were going to end up with at the end of the week or on payday. But where you're at may be paying more, but it's not. It lacks that emotional satisfaction. And I feel like that there could be a revisit of this in 2022. Like that missed opportunity coming back around. Your overall well-being, this could be mental health, emotional health, physical health, is the Chariot in the reverse. A lack of control is the first thing I heard. Slowing down and to a stop. Putting the brakes on something. So your overall well-being may be blocked from moving forward. Or this might be, thank you, Michael. Archangel Michael just chimed in and said, this is taking a break. Your overall well-being requires you to slow down. I'm hearing from my guides, from Daryl's chiming in, and Daryl is saying that you have been on the go, on the run, move, 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 and you've worn yourself down on all levels, emotionally and physically and mentally. I'm hearing my brain's fried. I can't think. I can't think straight. I can't make decisions. I'm confused. And that is really out of character for you, Taurus. You feel like you don't have your feet on the ground. You don't have a good footing. It's that roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down, all year long. And running around in circles. And ending up in the same place. A lack of progression forward. And I feel like Spirit is just saying it's time. Okay, this year is going to be needs to be a more laid back year. You know, slow things down. And then on your spiritual self, we have the Page of Wands. Ambitious, fiery, embracing a new path. There might be a change that occurs on your spiritual level. Maybe your viewpoints change. But this is very much a new path. We got two pages facing each other that go inwards. So I'm getting this vibe of slowing things down, taking care of your spiritual self, which will in turn heal the emotional, heal the physical. I feel like that your spiritual views are going to shift a little bit. New ideas, maybe new realizations. I feel like the vibe up here is like your eyes opening up. And I feel like you're opening up spiritually as well. And I feel like you're going to be very passionate in 2022 about your spirituality. Okay, so now let's move forward. What is it that you need to focus on this year? The biggest thing. We have the King of Cups here. This is your emotional self. Again, you know, I was saying I felt like relationships, yes, career and work is going to be involved, but your emotional self, your emotional stability is what you need to focus on in 2022. This is the need to keep your emotions under control, keep them in check. You might be focusing on a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And I'm seeing like there may even be communication about, listen, I'm not happy here. I'm not happy with the way this connection's going. And I think this is about rebuilding, letting the tower fall. But I feel more so of this nurturing, this taking command, taking control of your emotional life. Having an understanding of your emotional self and your emotional needs. And I feel that you are giving and giving and giving. And I feel like you need to start giving to yourself. And an important lesson that you are going to be going through this year, an important lesson you're going to need to learn, is Nine of Swords in reverse. And I am hearing from Daryl and from Archangel Michael, it's like they spoke in unison. Don't worry about what you cannot control. Stop stressing. Stop worrying. Follow your heart this year. Do what your heart tells you to do, not what your head. This is getting out of your head. This is releasing the stress, releasing the anxiety. This is not worrying about what you can't control. And the overall outcome for this year. 10 of Wands in the reverse. I feel like 2022 is, you still have a long road ahead of you. I do feel like you're in between the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. It's like, that's the only way I could think to put this. It's like I'm seeing this transition period, but you're not quite at the finish line yet in 2022. I feel you still have some work to be done, on yourself. I feel like slowly letting go of things that have been weighing you down, holding you back. You still might be held back. You may not let everything go this year. But I see one wand at a time dropping to the ground. Lightening your load a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Be interesting to see what 2023 has. We'll find out next year, right? But this just feels like through the year, you know, things will get better, get better, get better. Release of stress. Focusing on you, on your emotional well-being, your emotional self. Following your heart. Listening to the messages that are coming in from Spirit. You're going to get some intuitive messages on a positive note. That's going to be very uplifting. And I feel like that, you know, this is why it's not completely completed yet, because this is a rebuild year for you. Rebuild after the tower fell. If the tower hasn't fallen yet, it's going to very, very soon, probably January, February, it is going to completely collapse. And then your focus is going to be on you, rebuilding, finding that emotional stability. You might be a little bit tight with your emotions, not very expressive. But it's like, you know, you need to do something different. You know that you need to make a change. Because you don't want another 2021, is what I hear. Okay. I'm just going to get some clarifiers for this Tower and this Lovers here. I kind of want to know if this is what this rebuild is about. Seven of Pentacles. So I'm getting that something, rebuilding something that you had put work into. Something has some deep roots that was very long term. So you might be rebuilding with your water sign. Maybe not. But you are assessing you're assessing the damage control. For damage control. The Emperor. You are definitely gaining control. You're assessing the situation. You're gaining control. You're laying down boundaries. And the Emperor is the builder. You've made a choice. You had a choice between two. And this is your final decision that is going to cause a tower. And after that tower falls, this is about you rebuilding. Take that as it resonates. I think you found yourself at this crossroads. But I think a decision that you are making regarding something long-term, causing this tower. And 2022 is about rebuilding something. And I think a lot of this rebuild is about rebuilding you. A new version of you. Yes, for some of you, this could be rebuilding a relationship from the past. Choice between two. Or you may have made a choice for something new and you're rebuilding yourself with somebody new. So there's a couple different scenarios. This is a general read. It could play out differently for everybody. But I'm going to get a little bit of final advice here from the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. This is like a really unique deck. To me, this does not read like a tarot deck. This reads more like an oracle deck, to be honest. No traditional meanings apply at all to this deck. Okay, 21, Council of All Beings. This is like a rebirth type energy. This is the World card. Consolidation. I'm hearing something coming full circle. So, 2022, something is going to come full circle for you. And I think that maybe something that you thought was lost, returning. Okay? But this is your reading, Taurus. I hope you found this helpful and useful. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, share, and comment. And I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.